What if I told you there's a country in West Africa where American history lives on? But with a twist no textbook ever taught you. A place where ancient tribal traditions blend with echoes of the US Constitution. Where the streets whisper stories of freedom, resilience, and secrets the world has overlooked. This isn't just another travel vlog. This is Liberia like you've seen it before. Stay with us, because the most revelations are waiting at the very end. 12 mind-blowing facts about Liberia that make it unique. Number 12. The Land of Freedom. Located on the west coast of Africa, Liberia is a small country with a big personality and a unique identity. Covering about 43,000 square miles, roughly the size of Tennessee, Liberia stretches along the Atlantic Ocean, boasting 360 miles of untouched coastline. Unlike the tourist-packed beaches of Florida or California, Liberia's shores remain pristine and naturally beautiful. But what truly sets this country apart isn't its white sandy beaches. It's the vast rainforest ecosystem, one of the largest in West Africa. With a humid tropical climate, temperatures range from 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, and annual rainfall can reach a staggering 200 inches, more than even Seattle or New Orleans. These dense forests are home to rare wildlife, including the pygmy hippopotamus, a miniature version of the common hippo, so rare that Liberia is one of the only places on Earth where you can find them. The name Liberia itself comes from the word liberty, which is why both locals and visitors often refer to it as the Land of Freedom. The country has a population of about 5.5 million people, made up of over 16 indigenous ethnic groups. The largest group is the Kapele, but others include the Bassa, Grebo, Geo, Mano, and more, each with its own distinct cultural traditions. While dozens of languages are spoken in daily life, English is the official language, making it much easier for Western tourists to communicate compared to many other African nations. Liberian culture is rich and vibrant, featuring traditional festivals, tribal music, and lively folklore passed down through generations. Number 11, Liberia, America's creation. In your opinion, where is the place with the largest American community? Paris for American artists? Nope. London for Wall Street bankers? Not quite. Mexico as a retirement haven? Still wrong. The most surprising answer? Liberia. Yes, you heard that right. Liberia is essentially a mini America tucked away in Africa. In fact, if an American fell asleep on a flight to Africa, it might take them a while to realize they're no longer in the US. Unlike most African nations, which were once European colonies, Liberia was actually founded by Black Americans searching for their dream of Africa. Between 1822 and 1861, around 15,000 African Americans arrived in Liberia. Today, roughly 1 million Liberians have American ancestry, making it one of the most Americanized countries in the world. Need proof? The capital, Monrovia, is named after US President James Monroe, almost like it was meant to be the forgotten 51st state. And the Liberian flag? Try spotting the difference from the American flag. It has the same red and white stripes, the same white star on a blue field, just fewer stars. If the US flag is the full option version, Liberia's is the light edition. Worried about switching to the metric system like in Europe? No need. Liberia is one of just 3 countries in the world, along with the US and Myanmar, that still reject the metric system. Miles, gallons, pounds, Fahrenheit, everything stays just like it is in America. Politically, Liberia is a mirror image of the US, with a president, Senate, House of Representatives, and Supreme Court. Elections here are just as intense as campaign season in Washington, D.C. But what's the most American thing about Liberia? Liberians love basketball, rare in Africa, where soccer usually dominates. Music, hip-hop, and R&B blast from every corner. Food, fried chicken, burgers, fries. It's like a slice of Kentucky Fried Chicken right in West Africa. And even money works the American way. US dollars are widely accepted. Number 10. Even Michael Jackson couldn't resist Liberian women. Have you ever listened to Michael Jackson's song Liberian Girl? If not, give it a listen, and you'll understand why the King of Pop dedicated an entire track to the women of Liberia. But one thing's for sure, if you ever meet a Liberian woman, you might just want to write her a song too. So what makes Liberian women stand out from the millions of others across Africa? So much so that Michael Jackson felt compelled to sing about them. Imagine a Liberian woman walking past you, her deep, radiant complexion, naturally curly or intricately braided hair, and piercing eyes that seem to read your every thought. They're not just beautiful, they exude confidence and strength, the kind of woman who can leave you speechless with just one look. But don't mistake their beauty for weakness. In Liberia, women aren't just muses for men to admire, they are warriors. They are not only wives and mothers but also family pillars, activists, entrepreneurs, and politicians, sometimes all at once. One hand stirring the pot, the other running a business, and one foot kicking outdated stereotypes straight out the door. In the past, people believed that a Liberian woman's place was in the kitchen, her biggest achievement being cooking jollof rice without burning it and agreeing with everything her husband said. But today, they've burned those outdated beliefs to the ground. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the first female president of Liberia and of all Africa, proved that women aren't just meant to hold spoons in the kitchen, but can also sign peace treaties and run a nation. Lema Gbowie, leader of the Liberian women's peace movement, made even the most war-hungry leaders take a step back. Both women won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2011 for one simple reason. When Liberian women take action, the world pays attention. So, what do you think about these remarkable women? Would you marry one of them? If your answer is yes, comment below, and we'll share more details about them, along with some tips to help you win their hearts. If there's ever been a story that proves talent in soccer can take you anywhere, it's the life of George Weah. Born in 1966 in a poor slum in Monrovia, where a pair of soccer cleats was more of a luxury than a full meal, young Weah started his career playing barefoot on dusty, rocky streets, kicking a ball made of rags and string. From local fields in Liberia, Weah caught the attention of legendary coach Arsene Wenger, who brought him to Europe. There, he quickly dominated at Paris Saint-Germain, AC Milan, and Chelsea, eventually becoming the first and so far only African player to win the FIFA Ballon d'Or in 1995. An achievement that even African soccer legends like Drogba and Eto'o never reached. But after retiring, Weah decided that soccer wasn't enough. He wanted to take on politics too. Liberians, with their deep love for soccer, likely thought, if Weah could lead millions of fans on the field, surely he could lead an entire country. So, in 2018, they voted him in as president, believing that a soccer legend could change the nation's future. But the real question is, can he run a country as well as he ran the ball on the field? Of course, politics isn't a soccer match. Weah has inspired hope, but has also faced Liberia's harsh realities. If you want a deeper look into the country's political situation, comment 10 below, and we'll break it all down for you. On the dusty, bustling streets of Monrovia, the sight of women wearing pink jackets, matching helmets, and speeding through traffic on motorcycles has become a familiar one for both locals and tourists. The Pink Panther motorcycle taxi service was founded in 2015 by a group of 10 fearless women, not just to earn a living, but to prove that women can take charge in jobs traditionally dominated by men. In a society where being a motorcycle taxi driver is considered dangerous, full of theft and harassment, these women chose to turn themselves into a strong collective, supporting one another, protecting themselves, and ensuring the safety of their passengers. The pink on their jackets is more than just a uniform, it's a bold statement. We are women, but we are not weak. These women are also known for their bravery and resilience, so much so that they have been known to take down criminals right on the streets. There are stories of pink-clad drivers chasing down and subduing thieves who dared to snatch a passenger's bag. While many male drivers tend to avoid trouble, the Pink Panthers are ready to face it head-on, protecting their passengers like bodyguards on two wheels. If poverty were a painting, Liberia would have created a dark masterpiece, where nearly 80% of the population lives below the poverty line, and 85% earn less than $5.50 a day. In a world where people spend hundreds of dollars on a cup of premium coffee, here, even a simple meal can be a luxury. The streets of Monrovia, the nation's capital, are the ultimate endurance test for any vehicle. Potholes? No, these are natural bomb craters. Homeless people sleep on torn cardboard sheets, sometimes sharing their space with a few local rats. Living conditions are not only cramped, but also come with a distinct fragrance, a mix of garbage, sewage, and the sweat of desperation. Venture into slums like Claratown or West Point, and you'll witness the work of accidental architects, people who have built homes out of whatever materials they can find. Rusty tin sheets, scrap wood, plastic tarps, and sometimes even discarded doors. Sanitation? Consider it a luxury concept. Streets overflow with trash, wastewater streams freely, and the air is thick with dust and the stench of nearby drains. In certain hidden corners of the city, you might see young girls, barefoot, sitting on the roadside, clutching their empty stomachs. But they don't beg for money. No, money is too far out of reach. I don't need money, just a meal. Give me a bowl of rice and I'll do anything for you, or something along those lines. In reality, this is often an unspoken transaction. If someone gives them food, a more intimate connection may follow. Would you like to learn more about these relationships? If so, comment 5 below and we'll reveal more details in the comments. Hidden amidst the deep blue waters off the coast of Liberia, Monkey Island has no luxury hotels or expensive resorts. This is an exclusive kingdom ruled by around 60 chimpanzees, the island's only inhabitants and true stars of the primate world. These chimps are incredibly intelligent, unbelievably strong, 3 to 5 times stronger than humans, and most importantly, full of personality. They have no fear of humans. In fact, if you approach by boat, they might greet you with curious stares, playful gestures, or even a few well-aimed stones, just to make it clear, this is our territory. The island's social system is also highly structured. There's an alpha male leader, powerful lieutenants, and lower-ranking chimps who must respect the hierarchy. If one wants to climb the ranks, it must prove its strength or win over the alpha by offering food gifts. It seems politics isn't just a human game. Number 5, Liberica Coffee, a love it or hate it experience. They say love is hard to define, full of gray areas, but with Liberica Coffee it's the complete opposite. Its bold and distinctive flavor usually leads to just 2 reactions. You either love it or never want to taste it again. One traditional way of preparing coffee in Liberia is by brewing it directly over a charcoal stove, giving it a signature smoky aroma. The ground coffee is boiled intensely in a small pot, then strained to remove the grounds, resulting in a deep, slightly burnt flavor that leaves a strong impression. Locals often experiment with spices like cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, or black pepper, creating a uniquely warm and spicy taste. Others prefer to sweeten it with condensed milk, making it rich and creamy, somewhat similar to Vietnamese café soie. For those who enjoy new and unusual flavors, Liberica is a rare gem. But if you're used to the smoothness of Arabica or the deep bitterness of Robusta, this could be a serious shock to the taste buds. Interestingly, despite being named after Liberia, Liberica coffee is now more popular in Southeast Asia, especially in the Philippines and Malaysia, where its bold flavor and high caffeine content have gained a devoted following. In its native Liberia, however, it's not the top choice among locals, who often prefer milder coffee varieties. This only adds to its reputation as a coffee for the truly adventurous. You either fall in love with it instantly, or you never try it again. Number 4, a land of festivals. Liberia is not just known for its untouched natural beauty, it's also home to vibrant festivals where visitors can immerse themselves in dazzling dances, energetic music, and captivating traditional customs. Liberia's Independence Day is the biggest event of the year, celebrated on July 26th to mark the country's independence in 1847. But beyond being a political milestone, it's also a massive cultural celebration. The streets of Monrovia burst with color as Liberian flags wave in the air, and people dress in traditional, vibrant outfits. Women, in particular, stand out in bright silk dresses with elaborate makeup, joining lively parades and outdoor dance performances. One of the best parts of the celebration is the street party, where visitors can taste Liberia's most famous dishes like jollof rice, spicy chicken, and fresh seafood. The rhythmic beats of African drums, Afrobeats melodies, and traditional dance moves make it impossible to stand still. Another unique and mystical event is the Poro and Sanda Mask Festival, deeply rooted in Liberia's spiritual and cultural traditions. This festival honors the secret Poro for men and Sande for women's societies, which play a vital role in local culture and youth education. During the festival, you'll witness dancers wearing intricately carved wooden masks representing ancestors and mystical spirits. Women participating in the event dress in dazzling traditional attire, adorned with beaded bracelets and necklaces, moving gracefully to the powerful rhythm of drums echoing through the forests. Number 3, must-visit attractions in Liberia. Liberia may not be the most popular travel destination in Africa, but that's exactly what makes it so special. Robertsport Beach is a paradise for beach lovers and surfers. Located about a 3-hour drive from the capital, Monrovia, Robertsport boasts long stretches of golden sand and mesmerizing turquoise waters. Unlike other crowded tourist beaches, this place offers absolute serenity. If you're a surfing enthusiast, the waves here won't disappoint. Some even call Robertsport the Bali of West Africa. Beyond the beaches, Liberia is also a haven for wildlife. Sapo National Park, the country's largest rainforest, is home to rare species like forest elephants, chimpanzees, and leopards. Hiking through this park is a challenging yet rewarding experience, offering a glimpse into the untouched wilderness of West Africa. There are no guided trails, no luxury hotels, just you, nature, and the pure wild. The capital city, Monrovia, is a must-visit for those interested in Liberian culture and history. Stop by Ducor Palace Hotel, once a symbol of West African luxury, now a hauntingly beautiful ruin that reflects the country's ups and downs. Another highlight is Waterside Market, a vibrant hub where you can browse unique handcrafted goods and immerse yourself in Monrovia's energetic daily life. But what truly makes Liberia special isn't just its landscapes or history, it's the people. Liberians are known for their warmth and hospitality, always willing to share stories about their nation's past struggles and hopes for the future. Number 2, a culinary paradise. Liberian cuisine is a flavorful journey, blending bold West African tastes with influences from American and Caribbean cooking, creating dishes you won't find anywhere else. One of Liberia's most famous dishes is jollof rice, a spicy mix of rice, tomatoes, chili peppers, onions, and either meat or seafood. If you love bold flavors, this is a must-try. Many even argue that Liberian jollof has a richer taste than its Nigerian or Ghanaian counterparts. Liberia is also known for cassava-based dishes, a staple ingredient in West African cuisine. Fufu, made from mashed cassava, is often paired with bitter leaf soup or palm soup, a creamy, flavorful dish cooked with palm butter and tender meat. If you enjoy American-style chicken soup, a bowl of palm butter soup will introduce you to a whole new world of taste. With its long coastline, seafood plays a major role in Liberian cuisine. Fresh lobster, charcoal-grilled fish, and spicy crab are widely available at coastal markets and local restaurants, at a fraction of U.S. prices. A must-try street food is pepper crab, cooked in a fiery pepper sauce that will leave you craving more. To end your meal, try plantain chips, crispy fried plantains, or ginger beer, a mildly spicy, refreshing ginger-based drink that helps beat the Liberian heat. Number 1. Cost of living in Liberia. Living in Liberia can be an interesting experience for those coming from the US or Europe, especially when considering the cost of living. Housing is one of the biggest expenses. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in downtown Monrovia costs around $500 to $1,100 per month, similar to some smaller US cities. However, if you choose to live outside the city center, rent can drop to $200 to $500 per month. It's worth noting that Monrovia's housing prices are relatively high compared to the local average income, as quality housing is still limited. Food expenses vary depending on your choices. Eating at a local restaurant costs $5 to $10 per meal, while dining at a high-end restaurant can set you back $30 to $50 per person. If you cook at home, a monthly grocery bill for local products like rice, vegetables, and seafood is around $200 to $300. However, imported goods such as milk, cheese, and cereals are significantly more expensive than in the US. Transportation is another key factor. Most locals rely on taxis or motorcycles called KK. A short taxi ride within the city costs around $1 to $3, whereas renting a private car can range from $300 to $600 per month, excluding fuel. Gasoline prices are about $5 per gallon, higher than in many U.S. states. Utilities, including electricity, water, and internet, can be quite costly. Power supply in Liberia is unreliable, so many people use generators, increasing electricity costs to $100 to $200 per month. Internet service is also expensive, ranging from $50 to $150 per month, yet it's not particularly fast. Overall, for a comfortable life in Liberia, a foreigner may need around $1,000 to $2,500 per month, depending on lifestyle choices. So, do you think Liberia is a place you'd like to visit or even live in? Comment 1 for yes, 0 for no. We've just explored the beautiful land of Liberia together. Thank you for watching today's travel documentary until the end. We hope you'll continue to join us on our next journey beyond borders.